Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today is, I think, the 8th or maybe 9th. I've lost count. But today is an episode of reading my mission journal. And today I'm reading from this mission journal that I kept on my mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And this is, I think, the 8th episode. Anyhow, before I get started, because I've been reading so much about my mission lately, I had a dream recently where I was 19 and just going on my mission, which is odd, especially since I didn't actually serve a mission at 19. I didn't serve a mission until I was 21. But yeah, anyhow, with that, I'm going to get started on this. Sunday, March 30th, 2003. Mostly cloudy and hot. It rained hard last night and a little today, after lunch. Brother P picked us up for a church. After fast and testimony meetings, Sister D told us that we could come by on Friday at 7 p.m. to teach her the second discussion. There we go. It was having a conference, so all the elders watched primary and nursery. Oh, the Relief Society. The Relief Society was having a conference, so all the elders watched primary and nursery. I thought the primary was fun. This is the first time that I had been to primary. I missed out when I was a kid. Primary is the program for the kids in the church. We went with Brother S and Brother T to give a lady a blessing and administer the sacrament. I anointed and Elder G blessed. Brother T also wanted a blessing, so Elder G anointed and I blessed. We went to teach Paul, a man we had previously tracked it into, but he did not live where he said that he did. So we tracked it until it was time to teach the W family. We taught the two older brothers and sisters, we taught the older two brothers, and Sister W was our translator. They agreed to come to church and be baptized. We set them for the 20th of April. We had to get a team up to go to visit Elder C, so Brother Z's wife dropped him off by the hospital and we walked to the E family's house. We did not teach her because she did not remember who we were or what we had taught her last week. So we just talked to her. It rained while we were on the way to her house. We walked all the way back to Brother Z's house with him and then went to dinner with the J family. After we ate, we spent a lot of time talking to Sister J, his father. He was telling us all of the stats on people joining the church and a breakdown of how many people an hour and how many words a week and how many steaks a month. Monday, March 31st, 2003, clear and hot. Elder G and I rode our bikes to the store and went shopping. We put our stuff in our packs. I got a haircut and asked the lady who cut my hair if she wanted a Book of Mormon. She said that she would read it if I could get her one in Vietnamese. When we got home, I called the office and they had some elders bring us one. I wrote letters today. After preparation day, we went to eat dinner at Zippy's. On the way, a man stopped us to tell us that we were going to hell. When we were riding off, I told him that if he ever wanted to know the truth, to read the Book of Mormon. We taught the K family, and we taught the K family's daughter the third discussion. We went to visit some inactive people. When we went to see the C family, Brother C told us that it would not be a good time because he had a few beers. Then he invited us in. We set up an appointment for Wednesday. Tuesday, April 1st, 2003. Clear and hot. We had district meeting at 10 a.m. Elder G was really feeling sick, so we took lunch so he could sleep, and I worked on my outlines. We tracked it but did not teach anyone from it. We taught the W family the second discussion. They had a lot of concerns, but we got them all resolved. I did most of the teaching because Elder G was not feeling very well. Brother M went with us to teach Lacey the fifth discussion. It went great, and two of her friends sat in and participated in the lesson. They took a copy of the Book of Mormon and agreed to talk to their parents about meeting with their family. We had a short correlation with Brother S and then left for dinner. When we got to the door of the apartment building where the S family lives, there was a man outside, and he looked at us and said, "I don't have any respect for your effing religion." I told him, "Well, sir, that is your right," and started to look through the phone numbers. He told me to get out of his way and ran through his card. As he opened the door to come in, he told us, "If you walk through that door, I will break your effing necks." "Okay, sir, have a great day," I said with a smile. He frowned at us and said, "You too, you effing a-holes," and he quickly walked in. Shortly after, while we were looking through the menu, Sister S came down and let us in. After dinner, I shared a spiritual message. When we were leaving, we met a lady outside and taught her the first discussion. She had a lot of questions that the other churches could not answer, but we could. If she does not get baptized now, I know that she will eventually. She gave us her phone number so we can get her a picture of Christ. Her husband came up and began to curse her out. I think that he needs the tar kicked out of him. We went to visit the C family. Their son was the only one home. We talked to him for a while and then went home so that we would not be late. In this area, Nu'uanu, we met a lot of people that hated us. Wednesday, April 1st, 2003, clear and hot. We tracked it from 9:30 a.m. until around 5:30 p.m. We taught a first discussion to a man by the name of Noel. We met a lady that when we asked her if she wanted to learn about the prophets, and she told us to come back in 30 minutes. We came back and she wanted us to come in, but we told her that we could not. We all went in the backyard and tried to teach her the first discussion. I spent most of the time trying to resolve her concerns about temples, a priesthood, women in leadership positions in the church. Oh, and I cannot forget the salamander letter. Okay, so the salamander letter. I'm not sure. There was a while back, there was a man who had been defrauding the church and making a bunch of false documents that were supposedly from early church leaders. And one of them was a letter that supposedly said that Joseph Smith had prayed to a white salamander. That letter was, of course, forgery. And so, yeah, that's the salamander letter. She also had concerns about Joseph Smith seeing God. We ran out of time and had to leave, but we set up an appointment for Tuesday at 3 p.m. She asked us to bring a man so that we could come in, and also a lady so that she can ask her some things. We had to ride as fast as we could to the C family because we were late. After dinner, they said that they would love to come with us to teach Rundi on Tuesday. When we came out to get our bikes, we found out someone had stolen Elder G's front and back light, and they had stolen my rear light. After dinner, we went to visit Brother T, home teaching companion, and then the C family. Thursday, April 14th, 2003, clear and hot. We stopped by the barber shop and gave Linda her Vietnamese Book of Mormon and also an English copy. We tracked it until lunch and tracked it after lunch until it was time to teach the W family. Brother S came and we taught the third discussion. We went to PEC but had to leave early to go to the B family for dinner. Danny and Anli were there. We taught the second discussion. I asked if she felt that she had received an answer to her prayer and if she felt that Heavenly Father wanted her to get baptized, and she said yes. I asked her if she thought that she would be happier if she got baptized, and she said yes. And then I said, will you follow the example of our Savior and be baptized? And she said yes. I asked if she would be baptized on the 20th of April, and she said she would. Pray about it. I bore my testimony of baptism and how happy it has made me, and that it was the best decision that I have ever made. I also told her that she would be happier if she gets baptized. We got home a little late. I received a letter from the B family and from Jen. We talked to the RADS lady today. It is sad how close, but how far they are from the truth. Oh, RLDS. We talked to an RLDS lady. That's the Reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Friday, April 4th, 2003. Clear and hot most of the day. It rained around 2 p.m. We went to Safeway and bought rice for the W family and left it at their house. We went and talked to Brother Y, and then we went to Zippy's for lunch. Brother Mike prayed. We changed into Preparation Day clothes and went to do service for Hazel. We cleaned her yard until it started to rain. She gave us ice cream and would not let us work in the rain. We came home, showered, so we could teach the D family. Brother S brought us strobe lights that he bought for $30 at Radio Shack because he was afraid that we might get hit. We went to teach Sister D. We had to wait for her brother to come home before we could come in. When we taught her, we found out that she was baptized LDS in 1990. I found out today that the RLDS church needed money and went to borrow money from another church, and they agreed to loan the money on the condition that they would change their name, take up the cross, and deny the Book of Mormon. Also to teach a Trinity. The RLDS agreed. It is sad that some people will do what some people will do for money. I am glad that the RLDS is doing this. Now we will be the only one with the Book of Mormon, and the people will know that we are true. Okay, well that's not true. They did not deny the Book of Mormon. That was a false story that I heard. They still teach the Book of Mormon, and there are actually several other churches that teach the Book of Mormon too, besides the main LDS church. I received a letter from Sister S. Saturday, April 5th, 2003. We went to watch the General Conference at the Stake Center. After the first session, Elder G and I went tracting with Brother T, and we taught a first discussion with a return appointment, and then the three of us ate at Kentucky Fried Chicken. After the second discussion, Elder G and I tracked it again, and taught another first discussion with a return appointment. After a priesthood session, we had dinner with the Y family, and then came home to study. I received a letter from Mom. Sunday, April 6, 2003. Clear most of the day, hot. It rained around 4 p.m. while we were tracting. We watched the first session of conference at the Stake Center. We came back to the pad and studied a while, and then we went tracting a little. And then we went to the W family's house for a conference. Sister W was the only one home, so we tried to watch conference at the C family, but they were not home. We watched it at the B family's house. After the session, we all had lunch. Danny and Anli was there, but Anli did not come in time for conference. We visited some inactive families. We tracked it in the rain. Just after it stopped raining, we tracked it into a man by the name of Raymond. His father was a member, but has been a Jehovah's Witness for 12 years. Raymond said that he was raised Buddhist. He really enjoyed the discussion, and when asked to pray about the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith, he said, "It is the least that I can do after a heartfelt prayer." He also asked to have
a website and asked if we could bring something VHS, etc., with a prophet speaking. He also seemed excited to read the Book of Mormon. We set up another appointment. We had dinner with the bishop, and I gave my sinking ship dinner message. We came home for the week to plan. I called President for permission to call the Department of Transportation about the bicycle laws, and he said that it would be okay. Monday, April 7th, 2003. Clear and hot. Evening, cloudy and rain this morning. Elder O took Elder G and I to the store and then to the bike shop. We wrote letters. I did not receive an email today. After preparation day was over, we taught the W family the third discussion again, and we taught the K family the fourth. We spent the rest of the night talking to people at the bus stops. Tuesday, April 8th, 2003, clear and hot. We had district meeting this morning. After district meeting, we had lunch and then went tracting. We had no success. We went back to the pad, and the C family came and picked us up, and we went to teach County. We had a lot of questions and did not take. She had a lot of questions and did not take her word for it. We stayed for 2 hours, and I committed her to read and pray about the Book of Mormon. Brother B met us at Lacey's house, and we taught her the sixth discussion. Her grandmother said that she will try to get her mother to come to our next appointment so that we can get permission to baptize Lacey. We had correlation with the ward missionaries. We left a little late from correlation and had to ride fast to the G family's house. Only Brother G was there, and his son was home. We had a fun dinner because we had about every leftover. We hollowed out a round loaf of bread and poured ranch sauce in it, and then fixed beef on a stick. Brother G told us a lot of jokes. We had a lot of fun. Sister G and her daughter came home and was disappointed at our dinner, but we had fun. I gave a spiritual thought before we left, and it was about the only spiritual thing said all the time we were there. It was hard to talk about spiritual things because Brother G is a non-member and he wanted to talk about everything else. I received a package of jerky from my Uncle Bill and Aunt Linda. Wednesday, April 9th, 2003. Cloudy, rained early this morning, clear and hot the rest of the day. It was raining while we were riding to Hazel's house, and I was trying to wipe the water out of my eyes and ran into a pole, but I was not hurt. Although it was raining part of the time, we finished cleaning her yard. When we finished, Hazel made us grilled cheese for lunch. When we finished, we went to the G family's house to do service. The daughter was the only one home. I cut their grass and cut down their banana trees, and we cleaned their yard and all of the leaves, etc. We went to take Finding Faith in Christ video to her. She wanted to show it to her friend, and she did not want to see it. Brother S came with us, and Brother M took us to dinner at a Japanese restaurant. We went to Ward Council meeting. All of the members had good things to say about us. Elder G said that the work was going fair, and Brother L corrected him and said the work was going good. We stopped by to see the D family and then went home. Thursday, April 10th, 2003. Cloudy and rain on and off all day. We tracked it until lunch. One house I knocked on, the lady told us to come in, and we taught Belma the first discussion. We also set up another discussion for next week. After lunch, we tracked it again and taught Ricky a first, and later Herbert a first. Neither, or actually only Ricky, set up a return appointment. When we were riding to the B family from a former investigator's house, it started to rain really hard. Elder G did not have his raincoat, so I did not wear mine either. When we got to the B family, we were completely soaked. We had dinner with them and then read the Book of Mormon with Danny and An Lee. An Lee told us that she thinks she will wait until 3 weeks or next month to be baptized. I guess all we can do is keep working with her and praying for her. Friday, April 11, 2003. Clear and hot most of the day, occasional light rain. We tracked it until lunch. We tracked it off of the poly in the area that was rich and Catholic. We taught no discussions though. We got lunch at McDonald's and ate it at the pad. I received a letter from Liz and she is engaged. We went tracting with Brother Y. The last house that we knocked on, a lady by the name of Faye invited us in and we taught her the first discussion. It went great and Faye shared a very neat experience about prayer. We set up at a return appointment. We met the bishop at the church and he took us to the W family so that he could see their situation and find out about Sadie's mental state. The discussion, the fourth, went well, and the bishop taught one principle. They all agreed to come to church on Sunday. Next, the bishop went with us to visit Raymond, and we showed him the special witnesses of Christ. We did not have time to watch it all, so we left it with him. Raymond had a lot of questions, and we had a great time answering them. I am excited to have found Raymond because he is so excited about the gospel. We set up a return appointment with Raymond. I think that will be it for today. As always, if you have any questions or concerns or comments, feel free to comment down below. If there's anything that I did not explain that is not clear and you want an explanation, don't hesitate to comment and I will do my best to explain it. As always, thanks for watching. If you haven't done so already, I would appreciate it if you'd subscribe to my channel so you don't miss future videos. And if you got anything out of this video, I'd appreciate it if you'd click the like button. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.